Hello and welcome to another Moment of Consequence, our battle report series. Tonight we have the Undead versus the High Elves, Jake and Nick, 1,200 points. And we hope you enjoy Nick from Nick's Hobby Bloggy and his greatly painted High Elf army. Can't wait to see you at the post game.
Alrighty, I'm here with Nick from Nick's Hobby Bloggy.
Hey.
Hi, Nick.
Hey.
Nick brought his beautiful High Elf host to play his first game of Warhammer Renaissance. Lined up against my Undead. We're playing just a 1,200 point introductory battle. So I won't go into tons of details. Nick, do you just want to introduce your army?
Yeah, sure. So starting over on this flank, we have Illyrian Reavers, Bolt Thrower, Archers, Bolt Thrower, Sword Masters, Dragon Prince on Young Dragon, a Mage hiding in the woods, and a small unit of Silver Helms.
Yep. And I've got just Light Horsemen, Ghouls, Zombies with a level 3, Whites with a Mummy Prince as the General, Skeletons with Halberds, a Chariot, and Carrion. So we're playing Take the Field, and that's it. Alrighty, so we just finished turn 1. High Elves went first. The dragon reared up on the hill. It's a show of force. Silver Helm's coming around the edge. The main line basically stayed put and shot. Took out a few ghouls and a few skeleton horsemen. In the undead phase, these guys swung around, partly with the help of Van Hells. Otherwise, this center moved up, and there were some attempts at other spells, but they were all dispelled.
Yes, sir.
Just the only spell that's gone off was the Van Hells to get these guys essentially around the corner of the Reavers. Okay, so we just had the High Elf turn 2. So at the end of, actually last, in turn 1 Undead, the Carrion flew high. So in this turn, the Elf Dragon Prince flew high. He's not actually on the board here, he's up in the sky. And he ripped all the Carrion up. They are completely gone, eaten by the dragon, and lanced by the Dragon Prince.
Yes.
And the Bolt Throwers managed to finish off the Skeleton Horsemen, which were sneaking around over here. The Reavers pulled some very fast cavalry level movement and snuck in behind the lines. A couple more ghouls got dropped by the archers, and the magic phase ended in a drain magic from the mage, who is hiding in the woods and is now a level 0 mage. All right, so we had a very quick undead turn 2. Really just angled some stuff around and responding to the High Elves movement, and then the magic phase, despite rolling a 10, no spells went off. Alrighty, just had Elf turn 3. Dragon landed. These guys got shot up by the Bolt Throwers and Archers. The Silver Helms have swung around, not falling for the trap that the skeletons set up for them. The Reavers kind of just snuck around the back of the ghouls and shot one in the back. And the magic phase, once again, this little unsung hero in the woods with the Staff of Three Sisters is just stopping all the magic from happening.
Yay.
All right, had a very quick Undead turn 3. Just adjusted the positioning here. These guys are just kind of slogging forward. These guys spun. The ghouls fled in terror from the dragon. And once again, the Staff of Three Sisters stopped the one spell attempt. Okay, so we just had High Elves turn 4. As you can see, there are no undead left on the battlefield. A glorious double charge by the Dragon Prince and the Sword Masters just was utterly devastating to the Whites and Mummy. They won the combat by 10, crumbling anyone remaining from the butchery. And yeah, the whole rest of the army crumbled as well, leaving just the necromancer and his warrior familiar, who have decided to get the hell out of here as fast as possible. So, Nick, you won your first battle ever playing Warhammer Renaissance.
Yes.
You've taken the field. We'll do a little post-battle chat in a moment.
Sure.
All right, so Nick, how did you do it? You must have studied the art of Warhammer Renaissance, theory hammered it.
Yes,
and
compulsively. I also had help from Barrett. I created an initial list, and then he kind of gave me some notes on it, which was very helpful. This is my first game of Warhammer Renaissance, but I've been playing Warhammer for 28 years. So
well,
I know the general rules.
know your way around a battlefield.
I can handle some dice.
I
can guess some ranges. No, I mean, for the High Elves, I'm a 6th edition player mostly, so it was a little bit of a change of pace, as we were just discussing before the recording began. 6th edition High Elves are very magic heavy, very magic dominant. In Warhammer Renaissance, they have very strong dispel abilities, but unless you went really, really hard into magic, and even then, the rule set itself kind of discourages you going too heavy into magic, because you can roll poorly, and if you're sharing lures, you run out of spells, literally. But no, I mean, I went with, I don't know if it was, I guess it was somewhat balanced. I had a dragon prince who is a very hard-hitting unit, obviously, but you have to be very careful with him. And I think the main thing that honestly helped me win was Staff of the Three Sisters, and I consistently dispelled almost everything. I think only one spell got through.
Yep. Yeah, one spell the whole battle.
Yeah.
It was, I think that was one of the most key things, but I really liked the way you, I think both your fast both your cavalry units, the Silver Helms and the Reavers, were great at just being
annoying.
Yeah, I sort of held off the Silver Helms, but ultimately they were tying up 2 units.
Correct.
And there was only one of them.
Yeah, that was one of my concerns going into this. Is I saw your ranked up units and I was like, oh my god, that's a lot. And with Elves, you're gonna be outnumbered. So the key is that if you're going to be outnumbered, you need to try to hold down as many units as you can. Fortunately, you have high movement, so you can threaten very effectively, which means that they need to set up 2-unit traps, because otherwise you can break through. He didn't get to use it, but that commander actually had a potion of strength, so he's gonna be hitting on strength 9, which possibly could have helped kill a mummy, or a chariot. Or a chariot. I don't know if chariots pop in this edition to strength 7 and above. They did in 6th, but
they don't.
No, it was fun. I had some pretty poor rolling on my shooting, but it didn't really matter in the end. I think most of this game was honestly due to some luck with dispel. I can't take credit for that. That just was in my favor. And a lot of the thing I can take credit for was there was some good maneuvering going on.
Yeah, definitely. I think the double charge was exactly what you needed to do, and you totally did it. And I think it was probably something I should have been trying to avoid. I think ultimately you would have been able to do it at some point, but I don't think it had to happen that turn. I think if I would have been more cautious, but I had some overconfidence with that unit because the mummy was pretty tough dude, and
that's why I chose not to fight him.
But yeah, you did
I went for combat res on him.
Yeah, you totally did the right thing, and it worked very well.
I also did get very lucky on my fly high attack.
That was cool though.
It was very cool, but it was very lucky. I got what I needed, and because of that, the carrying unit was neutralized.
Yep.
I have 2 bolt throwers and a unit of archers and a free mage wandering around. So I did put him in the trees because you can't charge into trees, which is nice. But at the same time, if you hit me in the flank if you hit me, you can't hit in the flank truly because you're coming from flying high. But you could have knocked out and caused panic. My back ranks could have been completely disorganized by that carrion. That would have really ruined my day.
Yeah. Yep, that was a really good moment.
I think moving forward, the Banner of Unyielding was unnecessary, but I was expecting to potentially have issues, so I took it. I think in the future I might take a natural dispel with, I think it's Amulet of Fire or something, as a 4-up natural. If I'm going to be doing counter magic, I should probably have other ways of doing it than just relying on Staff of the Three Sisters. So that's something I might adjust in my list. But overall, the list did perform, I think, as designed. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously it worked.
it definitely worked. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, thanks for the battle. Glad to have you playing Warhammer Renaissance.
absolutely. I am very much looking forward to more battles. It's nice that we live so close.
Absolutely.
Yeah.